It's Week 11 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Justin Jefferson. Big plays follow him around. He comes in second in the NFL in receiving yards. It's the Vikings and the Titans, and it comes your way next.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The rain started earlier today. It hasn't let up much. It is going to be a wet one. Glad you're with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Nice and dry here in the booth, but Greg, you've been down on the field and played in one of these sloppy, wet, rainy games. What is it like?
Well, it depends what position you play. For the offensive defensive linemen, they love it. It's a little bit slower. The defense is a little bit slower to react to the ball. A lot more runs, less pass protection. So for them, they're thrilled. But for anybody who has to handle the ball on either side, offense or defense, this is a nightmare. You're stressing about what gloves, no gloves. Do I sometimes wear gloves? The quarterback, towel. There is a lot of conversations going on with the equipment guys in the locker room. Rain games for skill players are the worst.
Now here's Aaron Jones. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Jack Gibbons is there to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 6. They run it once more with Jones. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They'll put Addison in motion. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3 and out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again. These two in rhythm. 12 more yards and a first down. One quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. And we're back in Music City after this. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
They'll put Addison in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
To the back of the end zone, he's got it. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. Touchdown number 9 for the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds.
And of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay's going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's going to tuck it and go. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
There was a lot of questions surrounding this quarterback about whether his style of play from college would transfer to the NFL game. Well, his ability to create with his legs certainly has here today. We see it with his ability to escape pressure out of the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll tuck it and take off.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. And this throw batted away and incomplete. L'Jarius Sneed, tight coverage as he gets in the way of that one.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball. Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff. Jones. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
He'll look to throw. To the goal line and in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. His 2nd touchdown of this 1st half. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
He's got his tight end, Hawkinson. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well. They'll look to throw yet again. He connects with Jordan Addison.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Back to the air one more time. That's caught left side by Hawkinson. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well. They'll look to throw again. He's going to take a shot down the field.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
He's going to look downfield once again. That is caught! And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. 3rd down, 3 to go. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
So you have to imagine.
They'll run here with Akers. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. A run. It's Jones. And he'll take this to about the 46-yard line. The terrific interior performer Jeffrey Simmons on the stop. Now a 3rd and 2. Throwing now from the gun. That's caught by Jones out of the backfield. And he's going to get awfully close to the 1st down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
They'll try to sneak it here, and he's going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
Pretty simple here, Mike. Every team, they have this sheet up in the box. It's their own analytics telling them when to go for it, when not to go for it. And in this spot, their metrics say go for it, sneaks the call, 1st down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. This is Jones. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. Off he goes. And he's out of bounds in great shape, down at the 15-yard line.
I can tell you from firsthand, Mike, seeing it unfold, runs like this demoralize any defense. I mean, he's been doing it pretty much since the beginning of the game, and they have yet to find an answer for keeping him under wraps. He has run wild from that quarterback position.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. He'll take off. The ball comes out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands.
Trust me, Mike, I've been there. You're this close to the goal line. You're thinking you're going to score, and it's going to be 6. You're fighting, you're clawing, but you can't lose the ball. Everything has to be about protecting the football. Your heart drops when that ball slips out of your hands, and in this case, kind of dodges a bullet as this one goes harmlessly out of bounds.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Aaron Jones that time. And it'll be 3rd down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
They'll let the fullback try to push the pot. A second effort, and he is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And it'll be 2nd down.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback. And don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant. And this defense knows they gave him one, and they let him off the hook.
And a nice game, getting this to about the 23-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
They put a receiver in motion to the left. Jones now on 1st and 10. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
He'll get this out to his running back. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
Well, that right there, Mike, is your once-a-game reminder of just the importance of short tackling. This run never gets anywhere near where it ends up if that initial hit was stronger and he was able to take him down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. That one intercepted. Picked off by Chidobe Awuzie. He gets free. Still on the move. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown Titans. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see, and it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw.
Right back to the air following that pick 6. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. He's got it. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Well, Mike, sometimes we try to make NFL football a lot harder than it is. When you have a reliable target like this, and he just continues to get open and you realize the defense simply can't cover him, there's no reason to look anywhere else. Not only has he put together a tremendous game statistically, but he's just been flat-out dominant.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. That is hauled in at the 5. And he'll be taken down.
And you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far, that has proven to not be the case.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's into the end zone yet again. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. That is 3 touchdowns in this one, and he's up to 11 on the season. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Taking this one downfield for Hawkinson.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
He'll try to run for it. And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40. And he has been terrific all year running the football. You see the numbers for the season, now up over 500 yards on the ground. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the gun, they give it to Jones. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll go back to Jones on 1st down. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
They've got it at the 8, 1st down and goal. Now this time they'll look to throw. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it. All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Minnesota. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
So it is a win for our visitors, the Vikings. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way They're going to come away from here with a well-earned victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.